Hi everyone! So today I'm going to be doing part 2 of my Breyer collection tour. This video will focus on traditional scale models. In the previous video I mostly showed stablemates and smaller scale models, and then I'm also going to make a part 3 which will have the rest of my traditional scale models that I didn't show in this video, as well as my classics. So yeah, the first horse I'm going to show is Kinetic Count, and this was a horse that I bought after the model had been retired. I bought him new in box on eBay, so he does have a couple rubs from being in the box for a long time, but overall he was one of my holy grails for a long time when I was younger, and I was really happy to get him, and I still have him. And then I also have Weathermont Ethan on this mold, who, um, again, this was one of my favorite Breyers for a long time when I was younger, and he does have quite a few rubs, but that's okay. Um, but and I really do like this mold a lot, so I kind of there was a point in time I wanted to conga the mold, but that didn't end up happening. Unfortunately, I only have two in this mold. And then the next horse that I will show is Dylan, who was a Tractor Supply uh, limited edition. I can't remember, like Tractor Supply exclusive, I think is what they call it. So every year around Christmas time, Tractor Supply gets like a few limited edition Breyers that can only be sold at Tractor Supply, and this was one of the models they had. And then the next horse that I am showing is Sprinkles, CH Sprinkles, I think is the official name, but this was a horse that was a regular run, and I can't remember if when they retired her, it might have been like a couple years ago. This was one of the horses I really liked. And then I also have Sapphire. Yeah, that's her name. Sapphire, and she was one of the horses I think that was in the Olympics for show jumping, and they made a Breyer for her. And then I also have a second horse on the Gem Twist mold, which was one of the holiday horses, and her name is Peppermint Kiss. She was the holiday horse in, I think it was 2015. And then I also have the traditional scale model of Secretariat, and I think they're still selling this horse. Um, and the model hasn't been retired yet, but I do have two horses on this mold. So I have Secretariat, and then I also have Frankel, who again was like another one of my favorites when I was younger, and he has a lot of rubs just from being carried around a lot, because I would take photos of my Breyers and take them to different photo shoot locations. So uh, they have traveled quite a lot and have rubs from traveling. And then the next horse is Big Checks to Cash. I have one horse on this mold, and I do want to get a couple more on this mold just because I really like it. And then I also have the 2009 Holiday Horse Nutcracker Prince. I ended up buying him after they retired the model, and he does have a couple rubs from just not being stored properly by the people that had him before I bought him. And then this is American Pharaoh. I do have the stablemate also for this horse. But here he is. And then the next horse I have is Clooney 51, who I did an unboxing video with. So I don't really have much more to say about him. And then next is Beachcomber, who was a flagship limited edition Breyer. So it was a Breyer sold at flagship stores. and I do really like this horse a lot. I think it's beautiful. And then I also have Banks Vanilla on this mold, and again, I just think the mold is beautiful. Yeah, so here she is. And then the next horse that I'll show you all is Abdul, who was a 2016 Breyer Collector Club release. He was on, I think it was the Saran mold. I can't really remember. But it's the Ashquar mold. Yeah, Ashquar mold. And he's really beautiful. And he does have a couple of like paint flaws, but he's in really good condition. And then I also have, um, sorry, I had to Google her name because I forgot, but so this is Fantasia Delcy. She was part of a Mare and Fool set released in 2017. And then her fool is, I think it's pronounced Gozoza. Um, so like Fantasia Delcy and Gozosa. I don't know. I sorry if I'm butchering the pronunciation, but I do really love the mold of the mare. And yeah, so next is Snowman, who this is another mold that I like a lot. He's kind of a plain horse because he's a flea bitten gray, but I don't mind that. I love this horse so much, and I was really happy to get him. And then I also have Gypsy Vanner, who, again, another horse that I really wanted for a long time. And then this is Glitterati, the 65th anniversary limited edition horse for Breyer, and he's an Appaloosa. I do have his saddle, I just didn't include it in this video. And then I have another a limited edition flagship model, which is Icicle, and like he's glossy as well. And he was one of my favorite Breyers for a long time. And I do really like this mold too. So that's the last horse I'm gonna show you guys in this video, and then I'm gonna make a part 3 that will have the rest of my traditionals and classics, and then that will be all of my Breyers for my collection tour. Thank you for watching. Bye.